us. They gave him some water. He was glad because he was really thirsty. And then he said, come by us, abide by us. He said, no. You know, it's amazing. And then Moses walked out while he's going. So the Jethro's daughters and then came and said, Daddy, I want to let you know something. I want to let you know. What? This guy came and saved us. Who is Egyptian? Egyptian saved me? Say, come, let him abide in my house. Could you imagine? While he abided by my house, Moses started to talk to him. He said, I am Hebrew. He said, in that hill, God does speak. In top that hill, many of them, because they were priests. Moses went up the hill one day. And he carried all the nice little lambs, and he carried all the sheep and so forth. This is what took place. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a fire, in a flame of fire, all of it made of a bush. Think about your life, the bush talking to you. People would not believe that is thing. If you want to tell somebody, the bush talk to me. What? I'm mad. You mad. They've done something. Give me 7 times paper. And let me go. Many people moving on belief, but you know what? You see, when you serve God, the least come the greatest. Not the highest. Because the Bible said the government shall be upon the shoulders. So which means the church is the head. And if the cloud come down into your house, if you say a cloud speaking to me, would they believe that? They wouldn't believe that. Think about it. God is different from how we think it. Now we say, his thoughts is greater than our thoughts. The Bible said the last message I shared on Friday, ever learn but never come to the truth. Because when you come to the truth, it's something bigger. So when you come to that bigger, it's something bigger. And when you come to that bigger, it comes something bigger. That way you have all sides of shoes in your foot. Because it's always bigger. Think about it, sir. It's all different sides of dress. It's always bigger. Think about it, sir. It's all different type of property. When you start with a 4x4, and then you start with a 10x10, then you get 20, and then you see where a Nigel Lee extend. Always get bigger. It don't get smaller when you're in the will of God. When you're not in the will of God, everything will get smaller. You'll always be borrowing, asking, begging. Like the first 40 years of my life. After I crossed 40, Prophetess Trisha. After we crossed 40, we couldn't add the blessing again. What the enemy meant for evil, God turned it around for good, the abundance. But in that 40 years, I was service unto God. On that 40 years, Moses was service unto whosoever he was under. Even the Pharaoh's son, scared because the Pharaoh's son, this man coming to take over everything. Watch this. In the burning bush come the first glory and the anointing of God to speak to him. Think about you running from a people and think about God telling you to go back to the people. Think about the problem in your life, you running away and serving God, and God, the same message coming back for you to go and heal it. The thing where you're running from, God telling you, run into it because you will overcome. Run into it because you can do all things through Christ. Run into it because now I am that I am. Arise in you. Moses said, what? When God speak to him, Moses bowed down and he said, this is holy ground, Lord. This is holy ground. God gave them 2 signs of miracles. Wait for the sign of miracles so when you go, you won't be ashamed of the gospel. Amen? It will manifest. Give him 2 signs of miracles. First, he gave him a rod. He said, wherever you go, use this rod. Thy staff and thy rod shall comfort me. Amen? The psalmist speak about it as a shepherd. Notice, and the next miracle, he said, he get frightened with this one, leprosy. And he do so. Woo! Could you imagine? Notice that. What has taken place? Think about it. Now watch this with Moses. Moses is excited. First thing, Moses is asking a big question. Listen to this. This is the key. The first thing I am that I am, you know what he mean? It's not how good you is. It's not how good you could preach. It's not how anointed you is. One thing takes place in Moses' life that transformed his life forever. You know what? The presence of God came into him. And wherever he go, the presence of the God is being revealed. That's the first assignment in Moses' life. When he was in his 40 years, in his young years, from baby to birth, from baby to 40 years, he never do no miracles. He was just serving. You see, God was hiding him for the big moment of his life. God was teaching him every obstacle in life. Go by this one and we'll go by that one. Take this, take that. And everything you do and you humble yourself, God started. Some of you walking by heathens and they are blessed. Not because of them, the present come lean into the place. Woo! And the pay had to go more fat. Amen. It can't get smaller. Amen. You know, let me share something. My wife, you won't believe this. My wife, boss. We want to get into that because I too much a blessing to talk about. Amen. Now watch this. When the angel of the Lord comes into your life, the presence of God now has been revealed to you. When Mary, the angel of the Lord came upon Mary, oh thou Mary, oh thou Mary. When angel Gabriel came, oh Mary, God, the Bible says, Mary said, you are blessed and highly favored, Elizabeth. Because why? The presence of God came in. When Mary come to address Elizabeth, the presence of God immediately speak the baby child. When the presence of the Lord in your life, Prophetess Trisha, anytime you speak, people go start to tremble. Because the presence of the Lord, that is where believers are supposed to be living. If you're not living under the presence of the Lord, he's not a child of the king yet. You have to be living in the presence of the Lord. You have to be living the word of God. Your life is supposed to be the word of God. Think about that. So, in the midst of this comes something wonderful. A bush speaking to me. What you want to do if the bush speak to you? In a time of my ministry, Apostle, he tell me something very uncomfortable. I really cried. I really cried. It hurt my feelings. But it pushed me to my destiny. So I started to walk down in the back there every evening and pray. While it was coming to the evening hour, late in the night, I said, I don't want to, when these bush start to make songs, one kind of thing, I said, nah. So I will move out. So I give him a time frame. So I will move 5:30 to 6. Then the Lord said, increase it. I said, wow, because the message get more excited. The neighbors and them couldn't handle it because I started worship loud here. When people passing through, they had to stop to see what really going on in this man's household. Only hearing worship. My wife couldn't handle it. She said, I get mad. Now let me give you something about Moses. Before he meet the burning bush. Well, I mean when he meet the burning bush. When he came back to the report to his wife, Jethro married him and he lived nice, wonderful. The Bible says something powerful. When God, watch it, when his wife recognized the anointing and the presence of God upon his life, she said, go and deliver your people. Do you could have a woman like that? When a woman see and say, hey, son, or husband, the thing that I love more, there is something more than that. Good. I don't think someone think about that. God call you and say, hey, your wife and your kids, you think you could do that? You think you could do that? Do you really think you had a faith to do that? If God called me like that, think about it. The cloud. You call it, and I say, honey, I say, watch this. I showed that son, I say, remember in the name of Jesus. I say, come down. Where will you? You will be crying. You know God, but it's the main thing. You have to respond to the cloud and not the crowd. Woo! This is a test of faith. This is a test of faith for believers. Could you step out in what God said to do? If you had to ask somebody, because remember, when the word speaks to you, God ready to move. So if you go say, what do you think? Woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda, can't work. You have to move one time. If you want a blessing, you have to move one time. Amen? You can't stick. You can't sleep when the anointing comes in. Slap yourself and say, I can't get up in the name of Jesus. Anybody who's sleeping in the house, just slap yourself. Slap yourself. Say, flesh, come on, bam. Flesh hit flesh. Spirit arise. In Jesus' name. Watch this. Watch this. But think more that. Think more that. That man's wife married
I don't know if it was any honeymoon